Tonight, around the world. Film theaters in London, England. Cinema Casa in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Movie temples in Tokyo, Japan. Flicker palaces in Sydney, Australia. Picture piazzas in Rome, Italy. Le Cinématique in Paris, France. And along the Great White Way of New York, New York. Everywhere, theater marquees glitter, the names of people now gathering in the music center of Los Angeles County. For the 55th Annual Academy Awards. Brought to you by Revlon. Revlon, the people who help make the world a little more beautiful. And GE. At GE, we bring good things to life. And the Coca-Cola Company and your local Coca-Cola bottler. For big refreshment, Coke is it. And Polaroid, makers of the unique light-mixing Sun cameras and 600 high-speed film. This is the plaza at the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion, where the public and the press cheer the arriving nominees and participants at this year's ceremonies. Including Walter Matthau, one of the 4 distinguished hosts on tonight's show. Superman himself, Mr. Christopher Reeve. Charles Durning, nominated as Best Supporting Actor. Margot Kidder, one of Hollywood's busiest actresses. Ben Kingsley, up for a Best Actor award for his role as Gandhi. Jamie Lee Curtis, among the loveliest of tonight's presenters. Robert Preston, Best Supporting Actor nominee for Victor Victoria. Steve Guttenberg, star of Diner, and also a presenter tonight, Sir Richard Attenborough, a candidate for Best Director. Heartthrob Tom Selleck and hilarious Carol Burnett. Each will play the role of presenter tonight. Jessica Lange, a nominee as both Best Actress and Best Supporting Actress. Young Matt Dillon, star of The Outsider. The beauteous Raquel Welch, who will grace our stage as a presenter tonight. Another of tonight's scheduled presenters, talented Eddie Murphy. Best Supporting Actress nominee Terry Garr. Mr. James Mason, nominated as Best Supporting Actor for The Verdict. Here's Leslie Ann Warren, nominated in the Best Supporting Actress category. Nominated as Best Supporting Actor, Louis Gossett Jr., and a presenter during tonight's festivities, Cher. We will join these and others in the theater as the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences presents the 55th Annual Academy Awards. The Academy Award Orchestra, under the direction of composer-conductor Bill Conti. And now, here are Liza Minnelli, Dudley Moore, Richard Pryor, and Walter Matthau.
There are billions of stars in the galaxy, sparkling and twinkling away. and thousands of stars here in Hollywood who work in the movies each day. There are hundreds of stars in the hall tonight who've earned our respect and praise. But just a few we'll have when we're through, an Oscar to brighten their day. And it all comes down to this.
Hey, yes, it all comes down to this. Get out of here.
After the scripting, the casting, the shooting, the cutting, the screening, the voting, the rooting, in this, a 55th year, the moment of truth is here.
There are thousands of craftsmen and women too, loaded with technical skills,
who all do their part for the state of the art. And
Of the 417 films they made, there was many a worthy try.
But few tonight will stand in the lights with that gold-plated, bald-headed guy.
and it all comes down to this. Yes, it all comes down to this. After the posters, the press, the promotion, the pain and the panic, the love and devotion.
after the laughter, the tears, the elation that greets the announcement of one's nomination in this 55th year.
The moment of truth is here.
And what about tonight? Now.
There were 2,000 tuxes and cummerbunds waiting for people to wear.
And 500 hairdressers flying around, blow drying everyone's hair.
There were 300 chauffeurs and limos too, lined up outside in a row.
Wow.
All hoping their guys will win the big prize, so they'll drive hot where they go.
And it all comes down to this. Yes, it all comes down to this.
After the scripting, the casting, the shooting, the cutting, the screening, the voting, the rooting.
After the posters, the press, the promotion, the pain and the panic, the love and devotion. After the laughter, the tears, the elation, the greets, the announcement of one's nomination. After the trip, the arrival, the seating, the speeches prepared and the heart loudly beating. The moment of truth, hey, the moment of truth. The moment of truth is
Ladies and gentlemen, the president of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, writer-producer Faye Kanan.
Good evening and welcome. A few weeks ago, I ran across a newspaper account of the first Academy Awards in 1929. A quiet little dinner for about 200 people at the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel. The awardees had been announced 3 months before. All the honored movies were silenced, and the statuettes were handed out by Academy President Doug Fairbanks in the whirlwind time of 4 minutes, 22 seconds. Well, we're going to be a bit longer tonight. And the quiet family dinner has become an event watched by over 300 million people around the world. But one thing hasn't changed. The Oscars are still given to movie makers by movie makers. A recognition that being good at what you do and taking pride in it is something to be proud of in a world that sometimes forgets to value that above fame or money. Each of our nominees has helped to put on the screen something special that speaks to people, moves them, delights them in the unique way that only movies can. Just how unique was brought home to me recently when we visited the house in Amsterdam where Anne Frank and her family had lived. We climbed up into those attic rooms that contained the lives of 8 human beings for 2 years. Everything was intact, and I noticed pinned up on the wall of Anne's room some faded newspaper clippings. When I went closer, I saw that they were pictures of her favorite movie stars. I don't think I understood till that moment what a powerful role movies can play in people's lives, and that part of what had kept joy and hope alive in that young spirit were memories of the movies she had seen. That makes me doubly proud of this evening, of the films and the talented people that we're about to honor, and most particularly of this remarkable 20th century art form in which we who make the movies and you who watch them are so affectionately joined. Thank you. The 4 very engaging people who opened our show in song are going to return as our hosts for the evening. And to guide us through the first awards, we have a wonderful actress who took her own Oscar home with her, Liza Minnelli.
Thank you. My goodness, this is a very up night. And if you think it's exciting here, you should see what's going on backstage. Richard, Dudley, and Walter are still rehearsing our opening number. They felt they sounded too much like the Beach Boys. Anyway, it's Oscar time. And it all does come down to this. The night that separates the men from the boys, the women from the girls, clients from the agents. Anyway, as you know, custom dictates that we explain the voting procedures. So here to read the rules, here's Mr. John Machita.
Thank you, Ms. Minnelli. The voting procedures work like this. All active Academy members may vote on nominations for the 5 pictures of the year, or the nominations made by members of each Academy branch. For example, writers nominate writers, recipients of the year, actors nominate actors, directors nominate directors, etc. Later, all members send in those nominations to select the final awards. After they have signed in the final awards, they send their secret ballots are sent to the Academy's independent accountants, Pricewaterhouse of tabulation. Foreign language, documentary, short films, makeup, sound effect editing, and visual effects are the only exceptions. Only members who attend comprehensive special screenings may vote for them. Results are known only to Pricewaterhouse until the sealed envelopes are opened here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much. During the next commercial break, John will read us War and Peace. No. Anyway, the Academy thanks the representatives of Pricewaterhouse. And here to introduce you to the men who guard our destiny are the strong and silent Frank Johnson and Steve Kaplan. The first award will be revealed by the Motion Picture Association executive who has become Hollywood's movies ambassador to the world, and represented by the lady who was the first one to win an Oscar 2 times in a row. In 1936 for The Great Ziegfeld, and in 1937 for The Good Earth. Here are the distinguished Mr. Jack Valenti and the legendary Louise Reimer.
I am terribly happy to be here.
This place, this industry is part of my life, always has been. But I think that when I got my Academy Awards, I didn't even have radio coverage. And now we have worldwide television. How wonderful, how exciting, and what a chance.
It's only fitting, Mrs. MGM turned its backlot into, of all things, China. And today's filmmakers have turned the entire globe into a backlot.
Yes, you're quite right. As a matter of fact, today most nations have their own film industry. And tonight, the Academy is going to honor the best foreign film. And I have the joy and the honor to congratulate the nominees, who are Alzino and the Condor, a Nicaraguan film, Nicaraguan production, made, of course, in Nicaragua.
Coup de Touchon, Clean Slate, a film de la Tour production, France.
The Flight of the Eagle. It's a bold production for the Swedish Film Institute, the Swedish television SVT2, Svensk Film Industry, and Norsk Film AS production, Sweden.
Private Life, a Mosfilm studio production from the USSR.
Volver a empezar. I think I better say, to begin again. That is really the translation. A Nickelodeon film production made in Spain. That you have that envelope.
I'll let you speak the name.
The winner is Volver a empezar.
All my life, since I was a kid, I have dreamed of this moment. Well, the dreams come true sometimes.
In a row. In 1936 for The Great Ziegfeld, and in 1937 for The Good Earth. Here are the distinguished Mr. Jack Valenti and the legendary Luis Reiner.
Todos los que hacemos cine en mi país, en España. Thank you very, very much, all to you.
Thrilling to see Miss Reiner back here. I mean, so lovely. You know something? Mr. Valenti was right. I mean, if they remade The Good Earth now, I mean, they couldn't recreate it again on the back lot. They have to do it in Yugoslavia or something. The next award is for Best Supporting Actor, and we'll find out who he is as soon as we come back. Thank you.
Isn't this wonderful? All this fuss about a 1-foot statue.
That was Danny Kaye at the 24th Academy Awards in 1952. Danny, we all send you our love. To continue the 55th Awards, this evening, here is a lady who was nominated last year for her co-starring role in Atlantic City, Susan Sarandon. And with her, Looking cute. And with her is the fine, versatile actor, Christopher Reeve.
It's our pleasure to reveal the winner for the best performance by an actor in a supporting role.
The nominees are Charles Durning for The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Louis Gossett Jr. in An Officer and a Gentleman.
John Lithgow in The World According to Garth.
James Mason in The Verdict.
And Robert Preston in Victor Victoria.
Funny, Chris, that two of those performances could have been performed by women.
Yeah, I guess you're trying to say that this year's Oscar Derby is partly a drag race.
Not exactly. Okay.
Okay, the winner.
And the winner is...
You better do that.
I would be glad to. Thank you very much.
The winner is Louis Gossett Jr.
You know, when you prepare a speech, it's no use because it's all gone. I tried to get my kid to come up here to share this with me, but there are some special people I would like to share this with. Specifically, tomorrow is the 17th anniversary of my relationship with my one agent, Mr. Ed Bondi. They say marriages don't last. I've got a spirit that guides me, starting with my great-grandmother who died at the age of 117, and my mom and dad, who I know are watching, and my cousin Yvonne. Thank you. You make everything fall into place. And all you other four guys, this is ours. Thank you.
The first of the 5 nominated songs is Eye of the Tiger from Rocky III. In one corner, the fabulous Temptations, and in the other, beautiful Sandal Bergman. Come out rocking, guys.
Rising up out on the street, did my time, took my chances. Went the distance, now I'm back on my feet. Just a man and his will to survive.
So many times it happens too fast. You just trade your passion for glory. Don't lose your grip on the dreams of the past.
Fight just to keep them alive.
It's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight, rising up to the challenge of a rival. And the last lone survivor stalks his prey in the night as he watches us all with the eye of the tiger.
Face to face out in the cheese, hanging in tough, staying hungry.
They stack the odds till they take to the street. Will the can crucify? It's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight, rising up to the challenge of a rival. And the last small survivor stalks his prey in the night as he watches us all with the eye of the tiger.
The 55th Academy Awards will continue with Liza Minnelli, Dudley Moore, Richard Pryor, and Walter Matthau after these messages.
I'm through being such a good sport, spouted all this good sportsmanship. I'm going to go back and find my business manager, an agent, producer, and 3 name writer, and find out why I didn't get High Noon instead of Cooper.
Academy Awards. You remember when leading men like, well, they looked like Duke and Coop, and the leading ladies were stunning and very glamorous. The movie stars people will always remember, like this couple.
Hey, they gotta talk to you.
Drive slower. There's nothing to talk about. The marriage is finished.
Listen, maybe the marriage is, but we're not. But we can start all over again, a regular proposal and everything.
Drive slower. You want to wear him out? Well, start.
I love you. I want to marry.
But I want to marry a king.
All right, I'll be a king. I'll be anything.
And here they are in person, a few weeks later. Jane Russell and Cornell Wilde.
My, how those weeks flew by.
Yes, and let's keep this evening flying, too. We're here to present the Oscar for makeup.
My point exactly. Do you use much of it, or are you just as lovely when you get up in the morning?
Cornell, you'll never know. 2 films have been nominated for Best Achievement in Makeup.
I was called to the bar in London and enrolled at the High Court of
by Tom
Chancery.
Smith.
I am, therefore, an attorney.
I will ask And I will fast as a penance for my part in arousing such emotions, and I will not stop until they stop. Not without defeats and great pain. But are there no defeats in this war? No pain?
And the winner is...
Jane, you'll never know.
The winner is Quest for Fire. The Academy congratulates the achievement and accepts the award on behalf of the film Quest for Fire. Now let's see. Cut to interior Dorothy Chandler Pavilion. Tension mounts on Oscar night as two popular young actors prepare to open the next envelope. Anxious audience welcomes Matt Dillon, the star of The Outsiders and Tex, and Christy McNichol, the star of The Rest of the Country.
For which short subjects, live and animated.
I'll take the live. You're more animated.
Thank you. For the best achievement in an animated short film, the nominees are The Great Cognito, Will Vinton, producer.
Snowman, produced by John Coates.
Tango, the producer is Zbigniew Rybczynski, something.
The Envelope.
And the winner is Tango, Zbigniew Sky.
Szanowni członkowie Akademii.
Distinguished members of the Academy, ladies and gentlemen.
Panowie. Ja zrobiłem film krótki, więc będę mówił bardzo krótko.
I made the short film, so I will speak very short.
Czuję się tą nagrodą bardzo zaszczycony.
I feel honored to receive this award.
I marzę,
I am dreaming
że kiedyś
that someday
będę miał okazję z tego miejsca przebawiania trochę dłużej.
I will speak longer from this place. Important message.
No.
Yes, okay. There is Slavic custom. We are very warm people.
Z powodu filmu, który będzie przypominał film pod tytułem Gandhi.
And on the occasion of the film, like Gandhi,
O Lechu Wałęsie i o Solidarności.
which will portray Lech Wałęsa and solidarity. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Your turn again.
For Best Achievement in a Live-Action Short Film, the nominees are Ballet Robotique, Bob Rogers is the producer.
A Shocking Accident, Christine Ostreicher, producer.
The Silence, produced by Michael and Joseph Benson.
Split Cherry Tree, produced by Jane Saunders.
Shredny Vashtar, Andrew Birkin is the producer. And the winner is A Shocking Accident, Christine Ortiz is the producer.
This is a tremendous honor. I'm tremendously pleased to be here tonight. I would like to thank the Academy for their appreciation of our work. I would like to thank Graham Greene for the inspiration of his story and for supporting our project from the outset. I would like to thank our backers, the National Film Finance Corporation and Virgin Films, and they had great faith in us. And I would like to thank our cast and crew who had such fantastic expertise and professionalism, and I would like to thank James Scott, the most important person who's provided the magic touch. Thank you.
Celebrate the arts of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences tonight. Our sciences are so important. The Academy honored them. The Academy honored them at a special banquet where we took our cameras to the Beverly Hilton the evening of March the 27th, when the mistress of ceremonies was the versatile star who has herself been nominated for Oscars twice for her glowing performances in front of a camera and again for accomplishments behind the camera. Miss Diane Cannon.
Welcome to the Science and Technical Awards presentation dinner. Tonight we give Oscars to the following. Aeroflex, for the spinning mirror reflex shutter. Now that allows the camera operator to see through the lens exactly what he is photographing. Accepting, Volker Bonnemann and Eric Kastner, presented by Mr. Ralph Bellamy.
Für diesen Oscar spreche ich außerdem auch im Namen von unserem Dr. August Arnold, der leider wegen Krankheit an dieser hohen Feierlichkeit verhindert ist, meinen großen Dank aus.
Thank you very much.
The Gordon E. Sawyer Award was presented by me to John O. Alberg.
It's been a wonderful life, 72 years, adding to the technology of all these wonderful things we have done. Along with it, we have marched hand in hand with the arts. And with the arts and the sciences, we have made this into the wonderful show business that it is and that we all love. Thank you.
Also, certificates and plaques were given to worthy recipients for their contribution to new technology in filmmaking. Now, all of us in front of the camera and all of you who go to the movies are the beneficiaries of their talent.
The next nominated song is How Do You Keep the Music Playing? My way is to be sweet to the conductor, I don't know. Anyway, here's the original answer to the question by the singers who introduced it in Best Friends, Patty Austin and James Ingram.
How do you keep the music playing?
too fast.
How do you lose yourself to someone and never lose your way? How do you not run out of new things to say?
Since we know we're always changing, how can it be the same?
And tell me how, year after year, you're sure your heart will fall apart each time you hear his name. See forever, forever. If we can be the best of lovers, yet be the best of friends. If we can try with every day to make it better as it grows.
With any luck, then I suppose
the music
never ends. How do you keep it playing, baby? Oh, I wanna know, how do you do it? How
over and over.
Oscar's business will continue with Dudley Moore, Richard Pryor, and Walter Matthau after a brief hiatus for network business. The 55th Annual Academy Awards presentation, brought to you by the Buick Motor Division and your Buick dealer, who proudly announced the 1983 Buicks. And Revlon, the people who help make the world a little more beautiful. And Atari, video games and home computers. Atari, a leader in entertainment and education for the whole family. And GE. At GE, we bring good things to life.
Our 55th Oscar show continues with a man who adds dignity and stature to any occasion, Mr. Charlton Heston.
When the Academy agrees on an appropriate candidate, these ceremonies include the presentation of the Jean Hersholt Humanitarian Award. For those of you who may not remember Alan Dafoe, the country doctor who delivered the Dion quintuplets, or some of the nearly 400 other characters he portrayed from the silent era until his death in 1956, here is Jean Hersholt. I think here is Jean Hersholt. We've lost the film.
Cue cards. Cue cards.
Sorry. No, sorry. Should we skip the film? Yes. Never mind. Gene Hersholt was a wonderful man. Come up to the house. I'll show you the film later on. Tonight, though, we honor with this award a man whose career as a filmmaker and a citizen has earned him the regard of those he works with and the gratitude of those he serves. He and his films have been honored repeatedly, not only by this Academy, but by other organizations and governments here and around the world. But the respect and admiration accorded him by his peers stems as much from his tireless efforts on behalf of the many organizations, the public sector organizations he's served, several of them as president. This Academy is one of them. Others include the Center Theater Group, the Performing Arts Council, the Motion Picture and Television Fund, Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, and the American Film Institute. In the end, though, I think we come to value a man not for what he does, but simply for what he is. Tonight, I'm very proud to present the Gene Hersholt Award in those terms to a gentleman and a very good man, Walter Mirisch.
Thank you, Chuck. I have worked in the motion picture industry my entire adult life. I've been privileged to know and collaborate with a remarkable group of people. I've produced pictures of which I am very proud, and I'm preparing exciting and challenging new ones. The Academy honored me some 5 years ago with the Thalberg Award, and now this. In short, this industry has been exceedingly good to me. It has provided me with the opportunity to realize many of my most deeply felt creative and professional aspirations. A natural extension of those involvements has been the acceptance of some of the responsibilities of good citizenship. It's been a privilege for me to participate in various professional, cultural, and welfare activities of this industry and this community. I'm grateful for the opportunities that have been accorded to me to serve, and I enjoy the fulfillments and the friendships they've brought me. I recommend them to others. Now, thanks to Pat, who encourages me, to Andrew and Larry, who forgive me, to Marvin and Jesse and Harold, and thanks to the Academy and its Board of Governors, who continue to encourage excellence in our films and in our community.
Congratulations, Walter. Thank you. That wasn't what happened. I just found out wasn't Mr. Heston's fault. They were going to roll a film clip, and then they didn't. Nobody told him. I mean, it's nerve-wracking out here. Stuff like that can happen to you. It's so nerve-wracking. In fact, I think that at this point, I'm going to turn the podium over to somebody who is, I think, probably the most suave, debonair, attractive, statuesque, always articulate man that I know, Mr. Dudley Moore.
I must say, such a noise. I must say I've admired the way in which you've conducted the
proceedings so far. You know, I think you've restored an element of dignity to a ceremony that has been in the past within a hair's breadth of being a piece of fluff. What's that?
Fluff.
Fluff? I hate it when that happens.
I know.
Yes. I've missed you so much, you know.
Yes, I know.
Ever since we did that film together, you know. And then I didn't hear from you, and you promised. You didn't write, you didn't call. So we had a life together, family, children. I thought, oh, hello. Fine. Good evening. My pants are killing me. I'm very grateful to the Academy for letting me be an unnominated short subject. It's a great responsibility, appearing on a show seen by nearly 400 million people in 74 countries, gosh, two of whom I know personally. I'm relieved of one responsibility this time around, inasmuch as I'm not a nominee. I'm not bitter, fine. I don't have to worry about my acceptance speech. I don't know if you've noticed, but maybe it's nerves. Winners never seem to know when to stop. They're always thanking people they haven't seen for years, mothers and fathers, and of course in some tragic cases, wives. Oh, God, life. And in some... Oh, I said that. Oh, all right, I said... If it isn't too presumptuous... Gosh, this is fun. I'd like to suggest a model acceptance for all winners. And in that hushed moment, the envelope is opened and you hear, over the pounding of your heart, your name called. You leap from your crouching position, you grab your Oscar, you look your agent straight in the eye and say, "Who needs you?" Well, after all that jocularity, to present the next winner, we welcome the handsome opera star of La Traviata, Placido Domingo, and the glamorous singer who proved her dramatic talent in Come Back to the Five and Dime, Jimmy Dean, Jimmy Dean, Cher, Cher.
We have more.
Okay.
The nominees for original song and score and adaptation are Annie.
Adapted score by Ralph Burns.
One from the Heart.
Song score by Tom Waits.
Victor, Victoria.
Song score by Henry Mancini and Leslie Bricusse, adapted by Henry Mancini.
And the winner is Henry Mancini and Leslie Bricusse for Victor, Victoria.
It's been a while. Feels the same, though. Thank you, Academy, and special thanks to Jenny and my lovely family, and special thanks for the beautiful 25 years between Peter Gunn and Victor Victoria to Blake Edwards.
I'd like to thank Mr. and Mrs. Edwards, Blake and Julie, and all the wonderful people around you, especially my friend there, Henrietta. And thank you, the Academy. Evie, for you. Thank you.
Now let us all welcome the lovely long-legged lady from Annie and the bright new star from Dinah, Anne Reinking and Steve Guttenberg.
Thank you very much. It's our privilege to present the Oscar for Best Costume Design. Film costumes have always influenced the way the world dresses. And after Annie Hall, your next-door neighbor, well, she looks just like Diane Keaton.
It's true. I told him. He moved.
Oh, dear. Movies establish fashion trends, and women rush to buy whatever they see on the screen.
And even in newsreels. You remember when Queen Elizabeth was here last month?
Yeah.
She wore that pretty polka dot dress and that pretty polka dot peaked cap.
Yes.
She looked like a successful jockey.
Why, Steve, are you trying to tell me you don't like the Queen's clothes?
Actually, I loved it, but I don't think Prince Philip did.
No?
You notice how he always walks with his hands clasped behind his back?
Yes.
As if to keep him from putting them over his eyes?
For the best achievement in costume design, the nominees are John Mallow and Banu Athaya for Gandhi,
Piero Tosi for La Traviata.
Albert Wolski for Sophie's Choice,
Eloise Jensen and Rosanna Norton for Tron.
and Patricia Norris for Victor Victoria.
I love this part. Will
Yeah.
you do the honors?
Okay, thank you. Oh, and the winners are John Mallow and Banu Athaya for Gandhi.
Accepting the Costume Design Award for Gandhi, Banu Athaya.
It's too good to believe. Thank you, Academy, and thank you, Sir Richard Attenborough, for focusing world attention on India.
Brahms, Johann Strauss, Richard Strauss, Beethoven, Mozart, George Gershwin.
I have the feeling that what Dmitri Tiomkin said in 1955 still applies. Well, onward. By way of introducing our next messengers, I'm reminded that I had to make at least 6 films before my name became a household word in my own household. These two did it with their very first appearances. She is the extraordinary young beauty in Ordinary People, and he is the glib young con whose performance in 48 Hours gave the rest of us that much time to get out of town. Eddie Murphy and my lovely patient from Lovesick, Elizabeth McGovern.
I tripped. Did you see me trip?
No, that was just what I expected.
Well, I'm not cool anymore.
No. Eddie, in this category, it's for best visual effects.
You know, before we get to that, you know what I'm thinking about?
What? I can't guess.
10 women in the audience within like a week or so are going to get picked for like the worst best dressed at the Oscars in People magazine. And I think that's funny. What were you going to say?
You do. Be serious.
Okay,
Eddie.
all right.
This is the
In the category for best visual effects.
The nominees are
Douglas Trumbull, Richard Urasich, and David Dreyer for Blade Runner.
Richard Edlund, Michael Wood, and Bruce Nicholson for Poltergeist.
Carlo Rambaldi, Dennis Muren, and Kenneth F. Smith for E.T. the Extraterrestrial.
And the winner is the winners are Carlo Rambaldi, Dennis Muren, and Kenneth F. Smith for E.T.
Accepting the Visual Effects Award for E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Carlo Rambaldi, Dennis Muren, and Kenneth F. Smith.
I'd like to thank my collaborator and the member of the Academy for recognizing my work, the art and the technology which gave E.T. life. Thank you very much.
And we'd like to acknowledge the excellent work of the other nominees in this category. And thank very much to Mike McAllister, Mike Pangrazio in the map department, and Steven Spielberg for excellent, excellent direction.
I'd like to thank Dave Barry and Ralph Gordon and Mike Fulmer and Charlie Bailey.
And special thanks to my wife, Zara.
Thanks, Stephen.
Now we have two more amazing visual effects, the handsome Apollo Creed from Rocky III and the terrorized star of Halloween 1, the creamer and the screamer, Carl Weathers and Jamie Lee Curtis.
The hair is great, the eyes are
No
great.
lipstick on the teeth. We
The
all
lips
checking
are
back.
great. The
Thank you, Carl.
dress is great. If there was an award tonight for looking juicy, you'd take it home.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. The category is sound effects editing. So, Jamie Lee, will you please explain to us what sound effects are?
Okay. The pop of a champagne cork. The gurgle as the bottle pours. The effervescence of the bursting bubbles. And the clink of glasses.
Clink.
Those are sound effects.
And when the lady says, why not? Fellas, that's the effect of the sound effects. So, will you please read the nominees?
Why not? For Best Achievement in Sound Effects Editing, the nominees are Mike Lemaire for Das Boot, Charles L. Campbell and Ben Burt for E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Stephen Hunter Flick and Richard L. Anderson for Poltergeist.
And the winner is... The winners are Charles O. Gamble and Ben Burt for E.T. the Extraterrestrial.
On an April day in 1951, my third day as a messenger at Warner Brothers Studios, I was riding my bicycle like the wind with a load of call sheets in the basket. And as I rounded the old First National cutting rooms, I took my first meeting with a major studio executive. I ran over Jack L. Warner on my bicycle. I helped Mr. Warner to his feet, dusted his jacket off, and saw a 3-day career flash before my eyes. Mr. Warner said when he had collected himself, "Son, if you want to stay in this business, stay off the bicycle." Well, I took his advice, and here I am. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the Academy, the Board of Governors, I should like to share this great honor with my associates, David Pettijohn, Lou Edelman, Rick Franklin, Sam Crutcher, Norman Schwartz, John Resch, Joan Rowe, Chuck Neely, and of course, Ben Burt. And we should like to salute Steven Spielberg, Kathy Kennedy, and our beloved Carol Littleton. Thank you very much.
I'd like also to mention the unique contributions of Pat Welsh in the Sounds of E.T. and about 20 other people and animals which contributed noises. Kathy and Sean Summers for their sick breathing, and various otters and horses and things that we recorded to use in the film. I'd like to thank Gary Summers, my assistant at Lucasfilm, for his companionship and technical help. Thanks a lot.
The next category is for documentary film. A documentary is a movie without plot, without a love story, and without anticipation of profits. I'm trying to figure out how many documentaries I've made lately. To present the awards for ones I didn't make, here's the distinguished Oscar-winning producer of Roots and the Thornbirds escorting the lovely star of Poltergeist, David Wolper. He's not the lovely star of Poltergeist just because his name came flush on the end of that announcement. I don't want you to get confused. David Wolper was the producer that I mentioned before. I was told to stretch. That's the best I could do. Stretch this. Anyway, many years ago, I remember the lovely star of Poltergeist. It's a name that, of course, is English in origin, Williams. We named a pear after the Williams, the fruit, the pear, the Williams pear. And then there, of course, is Esther Williams, who has nothing to do with the pear. I'm looking forward to the dinner tonight, and I hope we have a pear. Right. Escorting the lovely star of Poltergeist is David Wolper, and the lovely star of Poltergeist herself, JoBeth Williams.
Documentaries are cut into two lengths, features and short. Both Oscars are the same size.
As is true of the documentaries every year, the nominated features of 1982 include powerful ecological, social, and artistic statements.
And those nominees are After the Axe, Strula Gunderson and Steve Lucas, producers.
Ben's Mill, John Carroll and Michelle Chalafur, producers.
In Our Water, Meg Schwitzgable, producer.
Just Another Missing Kid, John Zaritsky, producer.
A Portrait of Giselle, Joseph Wishy, producer.
And the winner is Just Another Missing Kid, John Zaritsky, producer.
I'd like to thank a group of my colleagues and friends, Ian Parker, Brian Valley, John Griffin, Dick France, Don McElligott, and Gordon McClellan, a group of talented professionals who made Just Another Missing Kid. I'm grateful to Glenn Sardi and Bill Morgan and the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation who gave me the opportunity and the money to make this film. I appreciate and am eternally grateful to my wife, Virginia Storing, for her advice and support. And finally, I'd like to thank America's wisest private detective, Jim Conway, up in Storrs, Connecticut, as well as two dedicated policemen in Maine, Charles Stevens and Ken Taylor, who did everything to make sure that Eric Wilson didn't remain just another missing kid. Thank you very much.
For the best achievement in documentary short subjects, the nominees are Gods of Metal, Robert Richter, producer.
If You Love This Planet, Edward Lorraine and Terry Nash, producers.
The Plan, A Legacy of Hate in America, Charles Guggenheim and Werner Schulman, producers.
To Live or Let Die, Frida Lee Mock, producer.
Traveling Hopefully, John G. Avildsen, producer. And the winner is If You Love This Planet, Edward Lorraine and Terry Nash, producer.
Well, you really know how to show a foreign agent a good time. For their tremendous effort in promoting If You Love This Planet, I'd like to thank the U.S. Department of Justice. I'd like to thank the Academy, the National Film Board of Canada, especially the Women's Studio under the direction of Kathleen Shannon, also Jackie Newell, the late Carl Duplessis, and everyone who worked on this film, our American distributor Mitch Block of Direct Cinema, my family and friends in Vancouver and Montreal, and above all, I'd like to thank Dr. Helen Caldecott, the focus and the inspiration of this film, a mother and a physician who's dedicated her life to the peace of the world. Thank you.
Thank you to the Academy. Oscar for Peace.
I haven't had a chance to thank anybody myself tonight. So I'd like to thank my mummy and daddy. And I'd like to thank Leeds Football Club for winning on a spectacular night sometime in 1935, April the 19th to be precise, when things apparently got out of hand and I was conceived. Well, moving along at this breathtaking clip, I would like to say the third nominated song is Up Where We Belong, and we know where that is. We've enlisted the midshipmen of the Naval RO2... Excuse me. When they spell naval, N-A-V-E-L, it puts you off. Very good. Silly Billies. We've enlisted the midshipmen of the Naval ROTC unit from the University of Southern California to back up the popular stars who sang it on the soundtrack of An Officer and a Gentleman. Now you can eyeball them in person, Joe Cocker and Jennifer Warnes.
Is the way I feel when it's real. I keep it alive. The road is long. There are mountains in our way, but we climb a step every day. The lift is up where we belong, where the eagles cry on a mountain high. The lift is up where we belong, far from the world we know, where the clear winds blow.
Hope, Mickey Rooney, Bernadette Peters, and others will join Oscar after these messages.
To feel invited to come with you on such a beautiful, great Hollywood evening. It seems to me really that it is a kind of an Oscar that I'm receiving, you know, an Oscar from the heart. And for that I thank you very, very much.
Maurice Chevalier on the 28th Annual Awards. He was certainly one of the most charming stars of yesteryear. And now here is a gentleman who is positively one of the most charming stars of today. Ladies and gentlemen, Richard Pryor. Hi.
I like the way you handle the mother tongue.
Well, if there's anything I like handling, it's the old mother tongue. I thought you were truly magnificent in our opening number.
You were in the opening number?
Yes, I was the tall blonde guy in the middle. I don't know.
Oh, I didn't recognize you.
It's a lovely suit. Yes. Is it expensive?
A little bit. You know,
yeah.
It's fireproof. I don't usually wear custom-made clothes because I don't look too good in custom-made stuff. So.
You don't? Well, are you saying that you normally buy things off the rack?
No, just like the studio gives me clothes to wear. Like my last picture was, I looked at the budget. I had 2 pair of jeans and 3 T-shirts, $4,200,000.
Yeah, sounds about right. Well, carry on.
Oh, don't rush off, please, man. I want to tell you, I know this is not the right time, but I want to tell you just how much I love you, how much you just exude things that I would like to have. I mean, you're just great. You're so funny, and I'd love to just to work with you one time would mean a lot to me. I just like the way you move your... Hello. The reason I'm here, thank you, my friends. The reason I'm here tonight is because I love movies. I can remember when I was a kid back in Peoria, Illinois. I mean, no movie ever opened that I didn't sneak in and see. And I'd like to deliver my inspirational message for the night is to say that young people everywhere never sneak into a movie. Walk up to the box office and pay your ticket, especially if I have a piece of the movie. You can do anything you want to with the popcorn. I don't have any action. And now I'd like to bring out our next 2 presenters who are coming here as fast as they move the cards. They're really from outer orbit, because she's from Superman and he's from Star Trek, Margot Kidder and William Shatner.
Before we begin, Margot, I enjoyed your new flick, Heartache.
Thank you, Captain Kirk. Where'd you see it, in outer space?
Yes, a drive-in.
Now, if anyone can explain that joke to me,
Nobody's going to
please
explain
do. Now to announce the nominees for the Best Achievement in Art Direction. These artists are responsible for creating the sets, the design, and the overall look of a film.
The nominees are Annie, art direction by Dale Hennessy, set decoration by Marvin March.
Blade Runner, art direction by Lawrence G. Paul. And David Snyder, set decoration by Linda DeSena.
Gandhi, art direction by Stuart Craig and Bob Lang. Set decoration by Michael Sirk.
La Traviata, art direction by Franco Zeffirelli. Set decoration by Gianni Quaranta.
Wonderful. Victor Victoria, art direction by Roger Moss, Tim Hutchison, and William Craig Smith. Set direction by Harry Cordwell. Your turn, Margot.
Thank you.
Your turn, Margot.
The winners are Stuart Craig and Bob Lang for Gandhi, and for set decoration, Michael Stirkin.
Accepting the art direction and set decoration awards for Gandhi, Stuart Craig, Bob Lang, and Michael Sirkin.
We share this with Norman Dorm and Ram Yediker. Our thanks to a brave team and the bravest man of all, Sir Richard Attenborough. Thank you.
Thank you, Academy. Thank you. This way.
The next stop on our studio tour will be the camera department. And I'll turn you over to our guides now. The young man who was so funny in Night Shift, Michael Keaton, and the young lady who can eat strawberries better than anybody in the world, Nastasia Kinski.
This is terrific. This is nice meeting you because we've never met before.
I know. I was looking for you behind the stage, and it's lovely meeting you.
Thanks. We had never, you know,
I know we never actually
did. It's a funny
did.
place to meet. And in fact, I think it was Albert Einstein who said, "Is life kooky or what?" And
oh God, I'm nervous enough now. Geez. Okay, we're actually here to compliment the cinematographers.
that's right. You bet. You know, you can take the finest cast, the best script, and the most sensitive director, but unless somebody gets down and shoots it, you may as well be doing a radio show. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Movies can exist without sound, but they can't exist without the image, right?
That's exactly right.
Sounds so perfect. So we honor the cinematography, the soul of the cinema, which combines both motion picture arts and sciences. The nominees are Jost Volcano for Das Boot.
Alan Davio for E.T. the Extraterrestrial.
Billy Williams and Ronnie Taylor for Gandhi.
And Nestor Almendros for Sophie's Choice.
And Owen Roisman for Tootsie.
Open that sucker up, see what we got.
And the winners are Billy Williams and Ronnie Taylor for Gandhi.
I'm very happy to share this great honor with my good friend Ronnie Taylor, and to also share it with our superb camera crews, grips and electricians, Indian and British, who, working in harmony, shot this unique film. And I especially thank my wife Anne for her love and her support. Thank you.
One more time. The smash movie Tootsie give us the 4th nominated song, It Might Be You. And I saw the movie and I liked the song. And to sing it here tonight is the man we heard in the movie, dressed straight, Stephen Bishop.
I've been passing time, watching trains go by. All of my life, lying on the sand, watching seabirds fly. Wishing there would be someone waiting home for me. Something's telling me it might be you. It's telling me it might be you. All of my life, looking back as lovers go walking past. All of my life, wondering how they met and what makes it last. If I found the place, would I recognize the face? Something's telling me it might be you. Yeah, it's telling me it might be you. So many quiet walks to take, so many dreams to win, and with so much love to make. Yes, we do. I think we're gonna need some time. Maybe all we need is time. And it's telling me it might be you. All of my life. I've been saving love songs and lullabies, and there's so much more no one's ever heard before. Something's telling me it might be you. Yeah, it's telling me it must be you. And I'm feeling it'll just be you. All of my life. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's you. I've been waiting for all of my life. Maybe it's you. It's you. Maybe it's you. It's you. I've been waiting for all of my life.
Oscar, but for your wonderful work tonight, the Board of Governors of the Academy have asked me to give you this.
That's very nice, and I certainly appreciate it. I can't wait to get home to see if it fits on the mantle.
That was My Fair Lady and the Delicately Lincoln, Audrey Hepburn and Jerry Lewis. One of the screen great comedians of talking pictures is going to present a special honorary Oscar tonight. 30 years ago, he got his own. It was given to him by the president then, Charles Brackett, on the 25th Annual Awards.
It was time to stretch, huh? Thank you very much. This is a unique role for me, giving instead of accepting. Has it really been 30 years? It's funny, I look the same, but the cue cards are a little further away. Well, when a man reaches my age, which I intend to do shortly, he realizes there's more to life than awards. There's the esteem of your fellow man, the respect of your colleagues, the admiration of your peers, none of which I have. But this was my most successful year at the movie box office. They lowered the price for senior citizens. And if you wonder why I didn't make a picture last year, when E.T. called home, my agent answered the phone. Anyway, just let me tell you, I'm not here to talk about me, as fascinating as the subject is. I'm here to present an honorary Oscar to a star who has worked so long, he's had to use 3 different names: Joe Yule Jr., Mickey McGuire, and Mickey Rooney. There isn't a longer, more luxurious, or varied screen career than his. From infancy to childhood, through adolescence to manhood, his powers as a performer have never diminished over the 60 years. He can still sing, dance, tell a joke, and tear your heart out. This man, never in the history of our theater, has so much astonishing talent been jammed into one compact package. Before his 2nd birthday, little Mick busted out of his bassinet, pranced out onto the stage, and stole his parents' vaudeville act. He's been guilty of grand theft ever since. I submit to this jury the following bits of evidence.
My gentle Puck, come hither.
Thou speakest right. I am that merry wanderer of the night. What fools these mortals be!
Well, Andy Hardy, come right in.
Don't draw the cigar smoke in, Mr. Moran. Blow it.
I was a jockey. I rode at Manchester one fine day. There was 3 of us going for the final jump together. And I saw a chance to win the race, and I took it. It was me that did it. And there was a tangle of reins, jockeys. One of them got killed. That's why I don't ride anymore, because I'm afraid. I'm all soft and yellow inside, so I don't ride. That's why I'm not good to you when you need me most.
No, my. It's you kept me going. You breathed the spirit into me. There's greatness in you, my.
There's nothing in me.
Oh, no, my.
Send a telegram, my son, Juan Domingo.
It's from the War Department. It says that your son is dead, Mrs. Sandoval. Maybe it was somebody else. The telegram says it was Juan Domingo. Maybe the telegram is wrong. I hope so, Mrs. Sandoval.
Pee-wee!
you piggyback those things to me?
Okay. All right. Look ahead. Down the lane. Down the lane. No. You don't jump straight up and down. Look. Just try and keep your body as still as possible, because he'll be moving, see? He'll be moving. He'll be making that rhythm. You just go on with him, see? No, you don't have to. You don't have to pump him. Just kind of go straight ahead with him. Huh? It's like you're throwing away. No, you're like you're throwing it away, like this. Throw it away. That's right. Throw it away.
Our love affair will be such fun. We'll be the envy of everyone. Those famous lovers will make them forget. From Adam and Eve to scarlet and red, when youth has had its merry flame, we'll spend our evenings remembering two happy people who say on the square, isn't ours a lovely love
shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here while these visions did appear. And this weak and idle theme, no more yielding, but to dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. Else the puck a liar call. So good night unto you all. Give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.
The Board of Governors, in its delightful wisdom, has voted this honorary Oscar to the kid who eliminated all our yesterdays and to the man who brightens all our todays. To you, Mick, with love. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, members of the Academy, this is for 60 years of work, so they tell me. It's really only for 6 minutes of fun, of love and joy, of working with, playing with, like children, the people that we all are on the screen. I love every minute that God has given me to be an infinitesimal small part of this great business. 60 years, gosh, tonight for my being here, and the responsibility really belongs to somebody that I'd love to put my arms around, like Judy Garland and Louis Stone, Fay Holden, Spencer Tracy, Wallace Beery. Memories. I have a lot of memories, as we all do. When I was 19 years old, I was the #1 star of the world for 2 years. When I was 40, nobody wanted me. I couldn't get a job. And then a professor from the University of Tennessee got a show together with Terry Allen Kramer and Harry Rigby called Sugar Babies. And it resurrected my career. Last year, God smiled upon me and I was given the Emmy for Bill, and I won the Peabody Award and the Golden Globe, and tonight you honor me beyond anything that a man should be given. You honor me with the greatest and the highest tribute we can receive in our business. My family all love you, and they're all tingling inside because of this moment for me. I'd love to even kiss Louis B. Mayer. But it's wonderful. The woman who put it all together was Ruth Webb, my agent, who picked up the pieces and put them back together. Mickey Jr., Timmy, Teddy, Kelly, Carrie, Kyle, Kimmy Sue, Jimmy, Jonelle, Chris and Mark, and my grandchildren. My grandchildren, Shannon and Nika. They're home tonight looking and saying, that's Granddaddy up there. And he's got the Oscar. But the one that's responsible outside of God is my wife, Jan, who kept saying to me for the last 7 years, I know you can do it. Get up off the canvas. You can do it. I want to thank you, one and all, for remembering me. Thank you for this glorious moment. God bless and good night.
For those who enjoyed An Officer and a Gentleman and the Lord's Discipline, here's a novelty tonight. David Keith out of uniform. With him is the fellow cadet from An Officer and a Gentleman who finally made it over the wall, Lisa Elbacher.
Our generation takes many things for granted. Among them, the motion picture soundtrack. There was a time when the only sound you heard in a movie theater was a piano player.
Of course, that was before our scientists perfected the noisy candy wrapper.
Without the soundtrack, we never would have heard Camille's cough, Mrs. Miniver's tears, Palachi's laugh, or Rin Tin Tin's bark.
The Academy salutes this year's nominees for Best Achievement in Sound. They are Milan Bohr, Trevor Pike, and Mike Lamar for Das Boot.
Robert Knudsen, Robert Glass, Don Girolamo, and Gene Cantamesa for E.T. the Extraterrestrial.
Jerry Humphreys, Robin O'Donoghue, Jonathan Bates, and Simon Kay for Gandhi.
Arthur Piantadosi, Les Freeholtz, Dick Alexander, and Les Lazarowitz for Tootsie.
Michael Minkler, Bob Minkler, Lee Minkler, the Minkler Gang, and their buddy Jim LaRue for Tron. Lisa, will you sound out the winner?
And the winner is... The winners are Robert Knudsen, Robert Glass, Don Girolamo, Gene Cantamesa for E.T. the Extraterrestrial.
Accepting the Sound Award for E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Robert Knudsen, Robert Glass, Don Girolamo, and Gene Cantamesa.
I was Gene Cantamesa, the production mixer on E.T., and nothing is ever done alone. It's always a team effort. I'd like to thank my guys, my team. Raul Bruce, my boom operator. Steve Payne, my third man. And my lady Dawn for having the faith. And thank you very much.
Just saying thank you seems a little inadequate tonight. But that's about all I have to offer tonight is thank you to Steven Spielberg for all his help and his patience and the guidance that helped get us all up here tonight. Also, Kathy Kennedy, the producer, Carol Littleton, Chuck Campbell, who really made it all go together, and Jenny and Mark Sullivan back in Columbia, South Carolina, who's waited up and hope to see their granddaddy tonight. Time to go to bed, kids. Thank you. Thank you.
Two guys in this town who ought to be most grateful to the cameramen are you and me.
Well, Bob, there isn't much they can do with a face like mine, but yours presents vistas of opportunity.
That was the famous comedy team of Bobby and Bogey on the 27th annual Oscar show. Now let's get on with the 55th. Music by Irving Berlin.
Oh, how I hate to get up in the morning.
As long as people have been alive, there's been Irving Berlin writing songs for the movie. There have been over 700 of them. As a matter of fact, his genius is part of the film industry as no other man. As long as the Academy has been alive, there's been Irving Berlin. And to pay tribute to him tonight, here are two of the most talented people in town, headed up by Hollywood's audience-winning Bernadette Peters and Broadway's Oscar-winning Peter Allen.
Play a bugle call like you never heard before.
So natural that you wanna go to war.
It's just the fastest band what I have. Honeyland, everybody's doing it, doing it, doing it. Everybody's doing it, doing it, doing it. See that first and couple over there. Watch them throw their shoulders in the air. Snap their fingers, honey, at a glare. It's a bear, it's a bear, it's a bear. Everybody step to the syncopated rhythm. Let's get going with it when they begin. You'll be saying, yes, sir, the band is grand.
He's the best professor in all the land. Listen to the pep that emerges from the middle of the jazzy fiddle under his chin. Oh, what music! The clarinet could not be better.
So if you want to hear that swanny little man, here's my heart. Come on and hear Alexander.
I love the piano. I love the piano. I love to hear somebody play. On piano, grand piano, it simply carries me away. I know I find way to treat a Steinway. I love to run my fingers over the keys, the ivories.
Play a simple
straight from the top of the altitude, and that is simply because I listen to rag.
Cause it's a lovely day today, and whatever you got to do, you got a lovely day to do it in, that's true.
I got blue skies smiling at me, nothing but blue skies do I see.
Got no diamond, got no pearl, still I think I'm a lucky girl. I love the sun in the morning and the moon at night, the sun in the morning and the moon in the evening. There may be trouble ahead,
but while there's moonlight
and music and love and romance, let's face
the music and dance.
Come get
together, let's dance for real leather.
Step aside, let's jump go.
You don't know where to go to. Why don't you go fast and sit? Holding under it. Well, there'll be smooth sailing as I'm trimming my sails. In my top hat and my white tie and my tail. We're shipping up tonight to breathe an atmosphere that simply rakes with class. Stepping out with my baby, head goes on, we got to back. Happy way, love the baby, we can maybe tonight. If you are blue, we change the good shit up. Here's it, trouble. You're like the blues do, listen to the good, good melody. They shake their bodies slow, to and fro. With every shake, a lucky break. P-I-N-O, I love to say right, standing upright, or high toe, be grand.
a bonnet with all the frills upon it. You'll be the grandest lady in the Easter start a carnal marathon and run around your brain. You can't escape. She's in your memory by morning, night, and noon. She will leave you come back again. A pretty girl is just like a pretty tune on the avenue, Fifth Avenue. The photographers will snap us, and you'll find you're in the order of your
like no business I know. Everything about it is appealing. Everything that traffic will allow. Where can you get that happy feeling when you are stealing that extra bow? There's no people like show people. They smile when they are low. Even with a turkey that you know will fall, you may standing out in the cold, so you wouldn't change it for a cup of gold. Let's go on with the show. Let's go on with the
Business like show, business like no, business I know. Everything about it is appealing. Everything the traffic will allow. Nowhere can you get that happy feeling when you are stealing that extra bow.
I know I haven't got time to thank such loyal friends as Edna Benoit and my producer, Mr. Zug Smith, and Universal, and all its board of directors who've had such confidence in me, like Mr. Mull. And I want to thank...
That was Jack Lemmon. He was interrupting Dorothy Malone's acceptance speech to remind her that it was 1957 already. In 1983, our producer, when he was deciding of which of us hosts would be which, first, second, third, or fourth, he decided alphabetically, and then he said no, then he said ages, then he said no, and then he said the tallest and the shortest. Is it all right? Okay. Then he said, no, you with me? Good. There's Howard Kocher, our producer, who talked me into doing the show exactly as written, ruining what little career that I might have had in the business. So he finally decided on the only thing that really mattered was beauty and money. Now you have seen the money part, and here's the beauty, Walter Matthau.
Thank you very much, Richard. Did I detect a satirical thrust?
No, me? No, man. You're my favorite. I mean, you're a role model for me ever since The Odd Couple.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, I saw it 16 times.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
What are you doing?
Getting the fluff off.
Oh. You know, when you were doing Live on Sunset Strip, I took my whole family to see it every single performance. We increased our vocabulary skills 100-fold.
Well, educating the bourgeois is my forte.
You're a great educator, Richard.
Thank you, I'm fulfilled. I'll see you at the party.
Thank you very much. This has been a great year. Audiences are streaming into movie theaters in unprecedented numbers. Once again, people are talking. And what they're saying is what they've been saying since movies began. You get the popcorn, I'll get the orange drink. Our next presenters are the star of High Road to China and the actress who broke records on Broadway as Woman of the Year, Tom Selleck and Raquel Welch.
Hi, Tom.
Obviously, the audience is as happy to see you here tonight as I am.
Well, thank you, but I've got a sneaking suspicion that a lot of that applause was for you. Hey, listen, I saw your movie and thought we all enjoyed it. It was terrific.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I think our editors made a great contribution, though.
Well, they always do. Editors are the unsung heroes of many a film. Those men and women who spend hours in cramped little rooms running film through their moviolas and selecting the proper shot to make a movie really move.
The nominees for the best achievement in film editing this year are Hannes Nickel for Das Boot,
Carol Littleton for E.T.,
John Bloom for Gandhi,
Peter Zinner for An Officer and a Gentleman,
Frederick Steinkamp and William Steinkamp for Tootsie. And the winner, Raquel.
Well, you've got so many muscles. Why don't you tear it open for me?
Okay.
The winner is John Bloom for Gandhi.
Thank you, members of the Academy. Thank you to my colleagues, Chris Ridsdale and Alan Patillo. And thank you, Richard, for making it possible to be standing here tonight clutching this lovely little souvenir. Thank you very, very much. Thank you. Thank you.
I agree with Tom and Raquel about the value of a good editor. One of the things I'd most like working for me is sort of a life editor to cut out my mistakes, beautify some of my unbecoming activities from a more scenic angle, and make sure that I really look as wonderful as I think I do. While I have a chance now, I'd like to say that I've been watching these Oscar ceremonies for a number of years. And again tonight, I'm absolutely thrilled at the display of talent and the amazing production numbers we're seeing. The singers and dancers do our whole industry proud. And now, back to business. The songs that Oscar has smiled on over the years are some of the most enduring standards of popular music. And every one of this year's nominees would certainly be a worthy addition to that list. The fifth nominated song this year, If I Were in Love, from Yes, Giorgio, will be sung now by the lady voted top female vocalist of the year, my favorite Eminem, Melissa Manchester.
The skies be any bluer than they are? Could our smiles be any warmer, kiss be any sweeter, if we were in love? And could we see any closer to a star? Could we feel more than we're feeling, dream more than we're dreaming, if we were in love? If we were in love, you'd think we'd know it. When people are in love, they tend to show it. Could the days fly any faster than they do? Could I be more than I'm being, see more than I'm seeing when I look at you? Could the sun shine any brighter up above, if the wonder of a kiss is as wonderful as this? Just imagine how you'd love me, how I'd love you, if we were in
Now that the 5 nominated songs have been performed, let's see which is the winner. I give you the cutest thing to come from Australia since the koala bear, Olivia Newton-John.
The nominees for Best Original Song are Eye of the Tiger, music and lyrics by Jim Petrick and Frankie Sullivan III from Rocky III. How Do You Keep the Music Playing, music by Michelle Legrand, lyrics by Alan and Marilyn Bergman from Best Friends. If We Were in Love, music by John Williams, lyrics by Alan and Marilyn Bergman from Yes Giorgio. It Might Be You, music by Dave Grusin, lyrics by Alan and Marilyn Bergman from Tootsie. Up Where We Belong, music by Jack Nietzsche and Buffy St. Marie, lyrics by Will Jennings from An Officer and a Gentleman. And the winner is... The winners are Jack Nietzsche, Buffy St. Marie, and Will Jennings, and Up Where We Belong from An Officer and a Gentleman.
Accepting the original song award for Up Where We Belong, Jack Nietzsche, Buffy St. Marie, and Will Jennings.
So many people to thank. Taylor Hackford, true gentleman. Joel Sill for putting it all together. Happy Go Day, Will Jennings, and the one that makes it all worthwhile, my wife, Buffy.
Thank you from me too. Marty Alfong, Stuart Levine, Joe Cocker, Jennifer Warren, Kurt Sobel, my mom, my little boy Cody, and most of all, my husband, Jack Nietzsche, who gave me the chance to be a part of Officer and a Gentleman. Thank you very much.
All of the above, members of the Academy, Taylor Hackford, Joe and Jennifer, Joel Sill, Stuart Levine, Chuck Kay, Happy Go Day, Mom and Dad in Tyler, Texas, and my lovely wife, Carol. Thank you very much.
For a variety of reasons, all of them spicy.
That was the spicy Hermione Gingold, 1957. Now let's hear from Sigourney Weaver, star of The Year of Living Dangerously, and the actor who always has, Robert Mitchum.
To appear with Mr. Mitchum to present the award for Best Supporting Actress.
Is that what we're doing?
Yes. And time is of the essence.
All right, then let's keep it shorter than the Wins Award. The 5 gifted women nominated for this award are Glenn Close in The World According to Garth,
Terry Garr in Tootsie,
Jessica Lange in Tootsie,
Kim Stanley in Francis,
Leslie Ann Warren in Victor Victoria,
they were all brilliant. I stand in awe of talent.
I'm going to invite you to the opening of my next picture.
That's a date.
Well, dear friends and anxious ladies, the winner is... Surprise. The winner is Jessica Lange.
Says right there. This is a great honor for me. I thank you all very much. I feel real lucky to have been a part of Tootsie, to have worked with actors like Charlie Durning and Dabney Coleman and Terry Goff, and to have had Sidney Pollack as my director and Dustin Hoffman as my leading lady. Oh, this is so exciting. I want to thank you all very, very much. This means so much to me. Thank you.
Moviegoers remember some landmark films. How Green Was My Valley, The Rains King, the late George Apley, David and Bathsheba, The Ghost and Mrs. Muir, Pinky, 10 North Frederick, The Agony and the Ecstasy. Those were just a few of the screenplays written by one of the cinema's most prolific authors, the recipient of the Writers Guild's highest honor, the Laurel Award. He is here to bestow this year's Oscars for screenwriting, Mr. Philip Dunn.
Thank you, Waller. After that introduction, I feel a little like the late George Apley. Whether a writer uses a quill pen, a lead pencil, a battered typewriter with missing letters, or a mind-boggling new word processor, he'd better start with an idea. Movies are ideas, and the screenplay is the art form that expresses them. That fact is too often overlooked by audiences and reviewers, but never by those who make the movies. And so we salute the nominations for the best screenplay written directly for the screen. This year they are Barry Levinson for Dinah, Melissa Matheson for E.T. the Extraterrestrial, John Briley for Gandhi, Douglas Day Stewart for An Officer and a Gentleman, Larry Gelbart, Murray Shisgall, and Don McGuire for Tootsie. And now for the winner. The winner is John Briley for Gandhi.
I wrote a long movie. I'm going to make a long speech. No, I, like everybody who stands up here, I've got a lot of debts. I just want to acknowledge three. One to Dickie, Sir Richard, for having the faith and courage to trust me with his dream, put up with me once it became mine too, and for filling both our dreams with such brilliance and honesty. And to Ben, for a performance that went beyond dreams. For me, it's still emotional to watch Ben, although I've seen it like 50 or 60 times. I think it's so moving and so profound that it does an honor to our whole industry and justice even to the man that inspired the whole film. And then I would like to thank Gandhi himself. When I came to this material, I despaired for it as drama, and I didn't think it had much relevance in a world as cruel and as harsh as ours. But as I came to know the man, I found that he knew everything we all know about our cruelty, our selfishness, our greed, our fears. But he also had a faith in the kind of stubborn resolution that we all have to be a little humane, to be a little understanding, to be a little even brotherly. And he lived his life in a way that showed that if we called upon that in ourselves and in our enemies, that there was hope for each of us and maybe for this planet. He gave me that. I tried in writing the screenplay to give it back in a way that he would have approved. I thank him. I thank you.
After some 50 years I've grappled with the challenge of adapting other authors' published works, I have enormous admiration and more than a touch of envy for the inventive writers nominated for the best screenplay based on material from another medium. They are Wolfgang Petersen for Das Boot, Costa Gavras and Donald Stewart for Missing, Alan J. Pakula for Sophie's Choice, David Mamet for The Verdict, Blake Edwards for Victor Victoria. And the winner in this envelope is Costa Gavras and Donald Stewart for Missing.
Accepting the Screenplay Adaptation Award for Missing, Mr. Donald Stewart.
On behalf of my co-writer and friend Costa Gavras, I'd like to thank the members of the Academy that voted us this award. We owe it to a lot of very brave people who gave their art and their hearts to Missing. But above all, we owe it to Charles Edmund Horman. Thank you. I'm now about to mention a name that usually comes above the title, because he's won 6 Oscars as writer and director of such movies as The Lost Weekend, Sunset Boulevard, and The Apartment. He's had an astonishing total of 21 nominations for such others as Ninotchka, Hold Back the Dawn, Ball of Fire, Double Indemnity, The Foreign Affair, The Big Carnival, Stalag 17, Sabrina, Witness for the Prosecution, and Some Like It Hot. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the eminent, illustrious, charming, funny, and magnificent Billy Wilder.
It says in the Bible, in the 5th book of the New Testament, chapter 20, verse 35, it says there, it is more blessed to give than to receive. I don't believe that. Here then are the nominations for this year's Director's Award, and the nominees are Wolfgang Petersen in Das Boot, Steven Spielberg for E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Richard Attenborough for Gandhi, Sidney Pollack for Tootsie, and Sidney Lumet for the verdict. And here, ladies and gentlemen, is your verdict. The winner is Richard Attenborough for Gambler.
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow members of the Academy, without Joe Child and Jake Ebbets and the National Film Development Corporation of India, the film would not have been made. Without Marty Baum, I would never have been able to maintain my courage. I am totally bowled over by this, and I think an enormous contribution to my holding it must go to Frank Price and Columbia Pictures for their courage in agreeing to distribute it. There are many people I would like to thank, and some you have already honored. But I would simply say to Sidney Lumet and Sidney Pollack and Wolfgang Petersen and Steven Spielberg, I am honored to be in their company. Thank you very much.
Troy, New York, and my children, my family, my friends, and everybody I ever met in my entire life.
That was Maureen Stapleton last year. And Maureen, everybody you ever met in your life says you're welcome. And pull yourself together. Now, let's all welcome the star of First Blood and Rocky 1 through 3 inclusive, Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester, congratulations on doing it all.
Mm-hmm. You think I do it all?
Yes, you know, the writing and everything, the directing, starring.
Right. So when it bombs, I take all the blame, right? Is that what you're saying?
No, you can always blame the wardrobe lady.
Burush. It's my high honor to present the award for Best Actress in a Leading Role. No writer, director, or producer would have anyone to blame if he had any of these fine ladies starring in his film. The nominees are, for her hilarious depiction of a woman who passes herself off as a man pretending to be a woman, Julie Andrews in Victor Victoria. For her riveting portrayal of the beautiful but tortured actress whose star was a comet that burned out too soon, Jessica Lange in France. For her compelling realism as a frustrated wife caught between revolution and bureaucracy, Sissy Spacek in Missy. For her astonishing versatility in bringing William Styron's Victim from the printed page to the screen, Meryl Streep in Sophie's Choice. For her beguiling honesty as the winsome factory worker who makes a gentleman out of an officer, Deborah Winger. No matter what the decision, they've all made film history, and I commend you all. And the winner is marvelous Meryl Streep. I'll get that.
My speech.
No, it's your speech there? Okay. Short speech. It is.
Oh, boy. No matter how much you try to imagine what this is like, it's just so incredibly thrilling, right down to your toes. I have a lot of people to thank. And I'm going to be one of those people that tries to mention a lot of names, because I know just 2 seconds ago my mother and father went completely berserk. And I'd like to give some other mothers and fathers that opportunity. I'd like to thank William Styron for creating this beautiful character, and Alan Pakula for bringing it to the stage and allowing me to play it. I would like to thank Marty Starger and ITC for finding the financing for it, Nestor Almendros, the great cinematographer, Albert Wolski, wonderful costumer, and the crew, Tommy Priestley, the Gerardos, the DeBlau brothers, Tommy Prate, Chris Newman, Denny Maitland, Wally Props, Lillian, Alba, Dixie, Roy Helland. I'd like to thank my Polish coach, Elena Bacco, my German coaches, Ann Cattaneo and David Friedman, and the 37 members of the American and European casts, whom I won't mention all of their names, but for two. I feel like I owe them this, because everything that I had, I got from looking in their eyes, and for the great love they gave me for 5 months. I thank Kevin Kline and Peter McNichol. And I thank you all very much.
To present the award for Best Actor, here is a popular young star who will add a few more degrees to our Monday Night Fever, John Travolta.
Many outstanding performances by actors in leading roles in this year of brilliant movies. The 5 nominees are, for his multi-layered portrayal of the unemployed actor who becomes a better man by putting on a dress and gaining an insight into the world of women, Dustin Hoffman in Tootsie. For his remarkable recreation of the young Indian lawyer as he moved through history to become a symbol of peace and nonviolence, Ben Kingsley in Gandhi. For his searing portrait of a tortured American father battling a sinister system in search of his son, Jack Lemmon in Missing. For his deep conviction as an alcoholic lawyer who comes to victorious terms with himself, Paul Newman in The Verdict. For his flamboyant caricature of a swashbuckling film star who invades television with a lunge and a thrust, Peter O'Toole in My Favorite Year. 5 outstanding performances, and the winner is Ben Kingsley in Gandhi.
Ladies and gentlemen, members of the Academy, you have bereft me of all words, but that's not good enough. I am custodian of this award for a lot of people. Let me say, before continuing any further, that I was overwhelmed to be mentioned in the same breath as the other 4 gentlemen who were nominated with me. This film was dedicated to Pandit Nehru, Lord Mountbatten of Burma, and Motilal Kotari, all men of great vision and courage. It was made by my friend, Sir Richard Attenborough, another great man of vision and courage, and for all the men and women who worked on the film, this is an Oscar for vision, for courage, and for acting, and for peace. Thank you.
The home stretch now. 5 big movies are thundering to the wire. We've never had a dead heat. So to announce the winner, here is the dazzling, delightful, and delicious Carol Burnett.
The nominees for the Best Picture, there were so many wonderful ones. I know it was tough to pick one. So here they are. E.T., the extraterrestrial, a story about the children we all are and the grown-ups we sometimes seem to be. A Universal Pictures production, Universal. Steven Spielberg and Kathleen Kennedy, producers.
Only brother on our lives.
It's so heavy, I swear.
Okay, stand over there, and, you'd better take off your shoulder pads. You might scare him. And, close your eyes.
Don't push it, Elliot.
I'm not coming out there until your eyes are closed.
Okay, they're closed. I'm just gonna kill you.
Okay, swear it one more time. I have absolute power. Yes. Elliot, look what I made for you.
Gandhi, the biography of a man who brought pride, dignity, and peace to his nation, and who even today inspires millions of people with undying humanity. An Indo-British Films production, Columbia, Richard Attenborough, producer.
I killed a child. I smashed his head against a wall.
Why?
The Muslims killed my son.
I know a way out of hell. Find a child
A child whose mother and father have been killed. A little boy about this high, and raise him as your own. Only be sure that he is a Muslim, and that you raise him as one.
No. No.
Missing, the story of a futile search for truth and freedom in a land where such things no longer exist. The Universal Pictures Polygram Pictures presentations of an Edward Lewis production, Universal. Edward Lewis and Mildred Lewis, producers.
Found anything in Washington?
No, but Putnam there seems to think that things down here are in pretty good hands. You don't agree?
Well, I don't expect a whole hell of a lot anymore.
Huh? Why?
He's been gone 2 weeks. And I don't know, they give me the same song and dance over and over again. He could be hurt or tortured. They don't give a damn about him.
Oh, look, really, I don't want to hear any of your anti-establishment paranoia. I certainly get enough of that from my son. If he had settled down where he belongs, this never would have happened in the first place. Please don't cry. Beth, I'll find him.
Tootsie, a human comedy of gender and role-playing set in the world of contemporary daytime television. A Mirage Punch production, Columbia, Sidney Pollack and Dick Richards, producers.
Wait a minute.
I'm new in town and I'm awfully lonely. I wondered if you wouldn't mind buying me lunch.
Wait, hold. You can't come. Gregory, this was...
George. It's
Michael Dorsey, okay? Your favorite client.
How are you?
Last time you got me a job, it was a tomato.
Yeah? Swear to God. Yeah.
God, I begged you to get some therapy.
George.
Hi, Phil.
You know Joel Spector.
Hello,
Hey,
Joel.
how you doing?
How are you?
Hi.
Hi. Listen, I talked to Stuart. I talked to him yesterday. He'll be one more week in London, and then he definitely
You know, you're such a
definitely wants to
tickly wickly. You've never been that ticklish before. We go back years. We haven't been introduced.
I know.
It's Joel Spector.
Hi.
Joel, I'm sorry.
Joel,
how are you?
I'm sorry, Phil. It's
So
just
rude.
Michael.
Dorsey Michaels, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
May I say, Mr. Weintraub, that you are the best producer on the Broadway scene today.
Thank you. Thank you, Miss Michaels. Hope to see you again.
Yes, let's have lunch.
Fine.
How are you?
George?
Nice meeting you.
You know, he's very handsome. I think you ought to represent him.
You are psychotic.
No, I'm not. I'm employed. I got the whole world.
Don't.
I'm not going to make fun of you.
The Verdict, a story of law and medicine and the human beings caught between them. A Fox Zanuck Brown production, 20th Century Fox. Richard D. Zanuck and David Brown, producers.
See counsel in my chambers. Now, please.
All rise. Court is adjourned until 1 o'clock.
I'm going to write to the Board of Bar Overseers about you today, fella. You're on your way out. They should have kicked you out in that Lillibridge case. Now, this is it today.
I'm an attorney on trial before the bar representing my client. My client. You open your mouth, you're losing my case for me.
Now, listen to me.
No, you listen to me. All I want on this trial was a fair shake. Okay? Push me into court 5 days early. I lose my star witness, and I can't get a continuance, and I don't care. I'm going up there, I'm going to try it, I'm going to let the jury decide. You know, they told me about you. Said you're a hard ass, you're a defendant's judge. No, I don't care. I said to hell with it, to hell with it.
Look, Galvin, many years ago.
Come on. Hey, don't give me that about you being a lawyer, too. I know about you. You couldn't hack it as a lawyer. You were a bag man for the boys downtown, and you still are. I know about you.
Are you done?
You're damn right I'm done. I'm going to ask for a mistrial. I'm going to request that you disqualify yourself from sitting on this case. I'm going to take a transcript of the trial to the Judicial Conduct Board and ask that they impeach your ass.
You aren't going to get a mistrial, boy. We're going back there this afternoon, and we're going to try this case to the end. Now, you get out of here before I call the bailiff and have you thrown in jail.
It should be a 5-way tie. Gandhi, Richard Attenborough, producer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this should not be a moment for regret in any sense, but I have to say that I have the regret that my late partner, Moti Kotari, to whom this film was dedicated, is not here to share this award with me. And to his widow, Dorothy and Sharma and Rajni, I send my love and my very grateful thanks for the fact that their father gave me the idea of making this film. Members of the Academy, you have honored, you have seen fit to honor a number of people who have been connected with this film. Jack and Ben and Billy and many others. And particularly without Jack and Ben, there would have been no movie. But I'm sure that they would agree that the person whom you really honor, as Ben suggested, was Mahatma Gandhi himself. He was an inspiration to millions and millions of people. And the extraordinary thing always seems to me that he is currently still an inspiration. Your great folk hero, Martin Luther King Jr., was inspired by Mahatma Gandhi. Lech Walesa, that noble Polish patriot, came out of prison the other day and said that what he had been attempting to do in the past was not going to work. The only way in which we could find human dignity and peace was through the philosophies and teachings of Gandhi. Gandhi simply asked that we should examine the criteria by which we adjudge the manner of solving our problems. That surely, in the 20th century, we human beings, searching for our human dignity, could find other ways of ultimately solving our problems than blowing the other man's head off. He begged us to re-examine that criteria. He believed that if we would but agree, simplistic though it be, that we would not resort to violence in the ultimate, then the route that we would take in solving our problems would be a quite different one to the one that we accept now in the acceptance of ultimate confrontation. He begged us to re-examine that criteria. I believe he had something to say to all of us everywhere in the world. And dear colleagues, in all truth, because the films that were nominated with me all wished for the same thing, all their makers wanted to say the same thing, and in all truth, it is not me, or even Ben or Jack or Billy, that you truly honor. You honor Mahatma Gandhi and his plea to all of us to live in peace.
It's been thrilling being here for all of us. Thank you for the audience at home. And is that it? Is this it? This is the end we sing now again?
It's
and
a wrap.
That's it?
Yes.
It's a wrap?
Yes.
Is it still this year? Yes.
You ready to sing again,
Yes,
Richard?
I am ready.
Okay, let's hit it.
Good night, all.
Good night, everybody.
The 55th Annual Academy Awards presentation. Brought to you by Atari, video games and home computers. Atari, a leader in entertainment and education for the whole family. And the Buick Motor Division and your Buick dealer, who proudly announced the 1983 Buicks. And Tab, and your local Tab bottle. Tab, 1 calorie never tasted so good. And Polaroid, inventors of instant photography. Sharing Polaroid pictures on the spot gives you so much to remember. Hank Sims speaking.
This is Joan London. Start your day with world news this morning. Tomorrow on Good Morning America, the winners of the Academy Awards, also Tony Curtis. Later this week, Nastasia Kinski and Bob Hope on Good Morning America.
Later tonight, Nightline will take a look at the business of the movie industry. Among the guests will be tonight's Oscar winner for Best Supporting Actor, Louis Gossett Jr.
Actor in his first film role.
My knuckle.
Other Oscar honors for Best Director, Richard Attenborough, Best Original Screenplay, Cinematography, Costume Design, Art Direction, and Editing. Meryl Streep won the Best Actress Oscar for her role in Sophie's Choice.
I had a little speech, but I dropped it. I wasn't crying, but I was a little frantic for 5 seconds till I located it on the floor. Then I got it, and I was real happy.
Jessica Lange won as Best Supporting Actress in Tootsie. And Louis Gossett Jr., who played a Marine Corps drill instructor in An Officer and a Gentleman, won the Best Supporting Actor Oscar. E.T., the extraterrestrial, the biggest moneymaker in movie history, won 4 Oscars for visual effects, for sound, sound editing, and Best Original Music. Tom Shell, ABC News, Los Angeles.
The
intention, which was to applaud either Paul or Dustin or Jack or Peter when they took their rightful place at the podium. What I was, to be honest, unprepared for was having to acknowledge the honor that was bestowed upon me tonight and respond to that. So it was only as the seal was broken on the envelope that my metabolism underwent an extraordinary change. I remain, and will always remain, astonished to be, for my first film, nominated with the gentleman that I've just mentioned. And that I think will be, this award epitomizes the pleasure of being nominated with them rather than being separated from them. It joins me to them, and that's the marvelous thing about this gentleman in my hand.
I am a Muslim, and a Hindu, and a Christian, and a Jew, and so are all of you.
Before Gandhi, Kingsley's entire experience as a film actor, 2-bit parts in British television. He trained for the stage, the Royal Shakespeare Company. The difference between stage and film, he compares it to modeling in clay as opposed to sculpting in stone.
They're very different. I think that with clay, it remains soft, and you can work it and shift its shape every night in front of an audience. But when you're working with stone, your chisel strikes a pattern on the stone, and that, if it's a good sculptor and a good piece of work, will be seen by people for years and years and years.
Are you proud of your work in Gandhi?
Well, I remember saying about 3 months ago that if Gandhi is the only thing that my work is judged by when I die, I'd be happy for it to be Gandhi. And tonight I'm even happier that I said that, and I stick by it, yes.
One thing absolutely incredible about Kingsley's Gandhi, in the film his character ages 56 years, and Kingsley ages 56 years. It's more than makeup. His walk, his hands, his eyes become old.
Did you shoot the old man first,
No,
the young man first?
None of it was sequential.
It
was all over.
Did you find yourself in a week span playing Gandhi as a 20-year-old man and as a...
I was thrown off the train, I think, on Monday, and I think I was assassinated the following Thursday.
Wow.
So that within that there were other age changes as well. So given that was within the first month of my work in India, I had to find an inner consistency of character that could survive the extraordinary historical and physical changes that the man went through.
As Kingsley worked on the details that made his character complete, Attenborough worked on the details that made his picture complete. The funeral procession at the precise place the actual procession was held. Yes, those are extras, recreating history. 400,000 extras. 400,000. Kingsley was understandably moved.
The remarkable thing about the 400,000 people that came to participate in the funeral scene was that they, although they weren't all actors, decided to do a job, decided to contribute to the scene. Therefore, they became actors for a day. So everybody had to enter into the spirit of it, and they did. It was marvelous. I think it's a tribute to the memory of the man, more than my artifice.
Your last word in thanking the Academy for the Oscar was
peace.
Peace.
Yes. Yes, I know that it's a word that can be overused. It's a word that can be sentimentalized out of all recognition. I only say it because, when an actor receives an award, he receives it for his acting, he receives it for his talent, he also receives it for his character, because all those three things are crystallized, and you're judged by that crystallization. So I only said peace as an alternative to saying the word Gandhi. For me, they're inseparable. So, I accepted it for myself, for Ben, and for Gandhi.
Well, everybody, 1 if by land, 2 if by sea. The warning during the American Revolution, of course, that the British were coming. Well, they have arrived in force.
Last year, a film about humanity through good sportsmanship. This year, another movie about worldwide brotherhood without bloodshed.
Peaceful, non-violent, non-cooperation.
Both movies, Chariots of Fire and Gandhi, British-made. Both deemed the best picture in the American Academy Awards. After 2 years in a row, it puts English filmmakers squarely on the map and Hollywood on notice.
When you're living in London, 6,500 miles away, an Oscar is something that Elia Kazan wins, and Marlon Brando wins, and Monty Clift wins. It's not a real thing.
I believe and hope that there will now be a major industry in Britain, but that is to Hollywood's benefit too, because we will welcome people from Hollywood to Britain.
That offer may seem very appealing today to many in Hollywood based on the size of Gandhi's victory. 8 Oscars, the biggest winner since Cabaret 10 years ago.
No one in the crowd held back their enthusiasm, and as Gandhi's heroes arrived for this year's Oscars, their excitement was tempered only by their British reserve.
Well, the biggest night of all has arrived, right?
Well, I suppose so. I mean, you don't really know what it's going to be like until you see the level of enthusiasm from this crowd, which is absolutely marvelous. It's what we look for all our lives, us poor strolling players, you know. It's absolutely wonderful.
Are the British really rooting over there tonight for Gandhi?
Oh, yeah. More than you could possibly imagine.
How so?
I think it's very important. All of a sudden, we've got a film industry, and I think what it will prove is that Chariots wasn't a flash in the pan.
If you could only get one, which one would it be?
Oh, I think anybody would want Best Picture if they could just have one.
They seem to want me.
And want him they did. Attenborough got much more than his wish for Best Picture. Gandhi literally steamed through the awards, picking up momentum early as it won for Best Costumes, Best Art Direction, Best Cinematography, Best Editing, Best Original Screenplay. And then Ben Kingsley, the first actor ever to win Best Actor in his starring debut.
Ben, in every sense of the word, this is a first for you, right?
Yes.
How does it really feel?
Well, I don't know. It will take me a while to really appreciate what's happening tonight. It's all happening very, very fast. My knuckles are white round this gentleman. I think that's how it feels. It's a sublime act of possession.
And finally, Sir Richard Attenborough displaying 2 Oscars. The awards for Best Director and Best Picture, giving Gandhi a grand total of 8.
The fact that Gandhi won that number of awards didn't really say that Gandhi was a better film than E.T. or Tootsie or Verdict or whatever, or Missing. It is the fact that Gandhi speaks to so many people as of this moment in such accessible terms.
The accessible terms of the 8 Oscar win took many of the Academy Award headlines, nearly all of them, but there were other winners as well, each important in its own right. Robin Leach reports.
It's very exciting. It means more people will go see the movie. That makes me happy because I'm very, very proud of it.
Did you think most of the awards tonight were predictable?
What other award?
Sergeant Foley, alias Lou Gossett, this is rookie reporter Robin Leach asking you the big question. Do you think it's a shoe-in tonight, or you've got those last-minute nerves?
Nothing's a shoe-in.
Lou Gossett Jr., an odds-on favourite, won the Academy Award as Best Supporting Actor for An Officer and a Gentleman, in the process becoming the 4th black actor to be presented with an Oscar.
I think and hope that it will help a great deal because the original concept for the role was not black. A great idea came into the heads of the director and the producer, and they thought it was a great idea, and they cast it that way with no aspersion to race in the entire film. I think it's a great example, and our business is one of setting precedent. And I hope this precedent is catching like the measles.
You've been nominated in 2 categories.
Yeah, I'm very pleased. It's a great honor.
Jessica Lange followed the unbroken Oscar tradition. Performers up for 2 acting categories the same year, winning only their supporting nomination. This year, Lange, a loser for Francis and a winner for Tootsie, was delighted with her prize no matter what the category.
No, I had to look twice at that name on the card when I went up there. It's just, I don't think, I mean, for whatever you read in the papers, the moment when your name is announced, it's still a stunning moment.
It can be a great moment even when it's no surprise. Mickey Rooney's long career, honoured by his peers with a special Academy Award, was the high point of a long evening.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Needless to say, it's a wonderful thing to know that you're going to win it and not being up against anybody except the clock. But if anybody ever tells you that it isn't a thrill to win one of these, they're absolutely out of their cotton-picking mind, I'll tell you that.
Winning the Oscar for Best Picture can mean up to an additional $20 million in the box office, Till. Very good news indeed for Columbia, which distributed Gandhi. In all, Columbia won 9 Oscars, 8 of them for Gandhi. Universal was second in the studio sweepstakes with 6 Academy Awards. Paramount won 2, and MGM, UA, and 20th Century Fox got 1 apiece.
More facts and figures. Last night's Oscar show was broadcast to 76 countries, and the Academy estimates that 350 million people tuned in. Among those interested viewers, our own Leonard Maltin, who's here now with an overview.
Ron, I won't try to second-guess the Academy. After all, any organization that can produce a show like last night's deserves to speak for itself. But I do think the Academy, the members of this industry, ought to examine the wisdom of ignoring Steven Spielberg year after year. He's now made the most popular movie of all time, E.T., and 3 others that don't rank very far behind. Popularity isn't always a barometer of excellence, but that's what makes Spielberg so remarkable. He appeals to the mass audience and wins the praise of the critics at the same time. Now, I'm not trying to denigrate the success of Gandhi or the achievement of Richard Attenborough, but when people look back on the great films of the 70s and 80s, one name is going to tower above most others, and the record will show that he was ignored by the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. Frankly, if last night's appalling display of amateurism is the best that Hollywood can do to show itself off to the world, they'd better hire Steven Spielberg to produce next year's Oscar ceremony.
For every Oscar winner, of course, there were 4 who didn't win. How did some of them feel about last night's awards? We put together this before and after package.
You name it, I've done it.
What have you done?
Crossed my fingers, meditated a lot, you know, I mean, just everything. I put a lucky penny in my purse. Disappointed, and you know, there's so much pressure leading up to that moment. You're almost stunned. You know, it's a little hard to take it all in. Are you nervous?
No, not really nervous. I think it's begun to look like it'll be a Gandhi sweep. If I were a betting man, that's the way I'd bet.
Well, no, you're not really disappointed. I mean, yeah, you're a little bit disappointed, but I mean, I think every time you say this, you get suspected of being a Boy Scout, but the truth of the matter is you sort of feel like you won if you're nominated when you're in a group like that.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I will. That's what I mean. That's why it's so exciting. We're all interested in this tonight. Tomorrow we'll forget, but tonight it's real interesting. Wait a second. Did I win or lose? Yes, I did. I expected it because I think Jessica won for Francis, and well deserved.
I'm almost positive I won't, but I intend to have a wonderful time.
Why do you say that?
Sorry?
Why do you say that?
I just think Lou Gossett can't be big this year. And anyway, Lou said, you know, we all shared it. I'm not sure I can take him at his word. After all, he gets to carry the thing off.
No, I've never been to one before. That's why I came, because I thought I've got to see one of these before they're finished. It is a disappointment of some sort. It's not terribly profound in my case, because I understand, you know, I do understand the values.
Your movie's up for an Academy Award. What do you think about it?
I don't know if he will win, but I'm hoping so much.
I want Meryl to win. I think she had the winning performance this year. I'm just thrilled to be here again. I'm just so honored to have been chosen.
Now, the word is you're rooting for Ben Kingsley, and Ben Kingsley tells me he's rooting for you. Is it a case of the best man winning?
I'm not rooting for Ben Kingsley, but I think he's going to win.
Who are you rooting for?
I'm rooting for myself.
Go get it.
Thank you.
Ah, yes, refreshing honesty. One of last night's most popular winners was Lou Gossett Jr. Scott Osborne spent the hours leading up to Oscar time with Gossett, and in this Entertainment Tonight close-up, he found the actor ready for anything, at least on the outside.
Lou Gossett spent most of the day relaxing in his hotel, and the obvious question for any nominee?
Have you prepared? How do you feel? How can you be so cool?
Well, they don't see my foot jumping down. No, it's. I guess it's a training. I'm nervous as anybody else, but I don't show it. It's all inside. It's in the gut.
And when that moment comes,
it'll all be everywhere.
If he was nervous, he certainly deserved another nomination for Best Acting.
Hey, E.T., we're gonna win tonight, huh? For the Marines.
Just start working on it. Photographs of the tour.
Good luck.
See ya.
Gossett seemed relieved that the long day was about over. In a little more than an hour, he would have his answer.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Louis Gossett Jr.
Gossett and his party arrived at the ceremony, the odds-on favorite, but he remained cautious.
Nothing's a shoe-in, but the first five, the top five, I'm flattered. I got most of my energy from these people here, and that's my Oscar.
And then, less than 30 minutes later, Gossett emerged a winner, the real Oscar in hand.
Lou, you said earlier that your knees would buckle if you won. Did they?
They're still buckling. I tried to get my kid to come up.
Gossett's magic evening wasn't over yet. It was time to celebrate and a chance to catch up with him one last time.
What was that moment like for you?
I almost, for a minute there, I couldn't get up.
You're kidding.
I not get up, no.
And then when you got up there, did you say what you thought you'd say?
Almost, yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
So
one thing I really forgot to do is thank all the guys in the film, like Taylor and Marty and all that, but I just ran out. I thought I was up there for a half hour, so I better get off of here. All right.
Where are you going to keep that Oscar?
In my kid's room.
Good.
He's got it now. Okay.
Good for you.
Thank you.
What would Oscar night be without parties? Or for that matter, what would a post-Oscar show be without parties? Our reporters were at all the big bashes last night.
Not everyone was at the Music Center. Many of Hollywood's famous faces were here at Ma Maison, a very popular Hollywood restaurant, at a party hosted by Pierre Cossette.
Everybody knows everyone here, and every single person at this party is a personal friend of mine, so I know that they all know each other. So it's that way. It's, you know, it's Thanksgiving Day for show business. Here it's, I don't know, you watch it on TV, you see it better on TV, and you can kind of share it with friends, and also you can eat earlier, because you get awful hungry about 9 or 10 o'clock at night.
Good seat, it's warm, and good food, and you can go to the bathroom when you want to.
Academy Award night is also party night, of course, and the official party of the evening is here at the Governor's Ball, the best place to get reactions.
I thought Paul Newman was going to win, but then again, I thought Dustin Hoffman was extraordinary. I mean, you can't get any better, you know, but then again, that's why I'm not a bookie. I can't make, I am the worst at picking long shots.
I must say, I sort of secretly wanted E.T. to win.
How did you think the show went?
Pardon me?
How did you think the show went?
Wonderful.
Yeah? And Tom?
It was great, especially after I got done presenting and could relax.
I had a good time.
You did, didn't you?
Yeah, it's sort of like walking a tightrope because you think, like, this is actually happening now, so something has to come out, you know.
Were there any surprises backstage?
Half the set fell down, otherwise nothing.
What about surprises for you? Were you surprised with any of the winners?
Perfect. It went great, except long.
Here at the Spargo restaurant in Hollywood after the Oscar ceremonies, the pizza was Italian, the champagne was French, but the accent was decidedly British. What did you think of the winners tonight, of the best movie and the best actor and best director?
Well, you'd like it, wouldn't you? And I'm a part of the empire. India's gone, but we still got Australia.
The talent has always been there. The problem was to get the finance.
Listen, I didn't see Gandhi, but I loved it.
If last night had a single hero, aside from Mahatma Gandhi himself, it was Sir Richard Attenborough. Catherine Mann spent some time with the British producer-director after his victories, and she filed this report.
I'm a storyteller. I'm not a great movie maker, but I can tell stories, and if I find a subject of sufficient caliber and tell it well, then the movie works. That we should be in competition with E.T. or Sophie's Choice, or Dust Boat, or Missing, or Verdict, or Sophie's Choice, is crazy in a way.
Did you think the film would do this well?
I have to confess to a conceit. I did think that Ben would win. I did think that Ben Kingsley had a tremendous chance, because I do think his performance is remarkable. I think it's exceptional, and that sort of opportunity doesn't come very often. But the rest of us, I was very surprised and very thrilled, because no British movie has ever had 8 Oscars before.
But for Attenborough, frustration preceded success. It took 20 years to get his film made, but he says he'd do it again because of the man whose story it tells.
I think he's a man who had an authority, a moral authority, which has scarcely been equaled, ever.
Now that you've won the Oscar, what are you going to do with it? Where will you put it?
I'm rather proud to have it, quite honestly. And I'll put him on the mantelpiece. I think you're very beautiful. And I think you should go on the mantelpiece.
Makeup Course Sophia, documentary short subject If You Love This Planet, Lee Lorraine and Terry Nash producers, documentary features Just Another Missing Kid, John Zawitsky producer, short films Live Action, A Shocking Accident, Christine Oss director producer, short films Animated Tango, Bina Ruzbinski producer, visual effects ET, sound effect editing ET, sound ET, custom design Gandhi, art direction, set direction Gandhi, original song Up Where We Belong from Officer and Gentleman, original score and adaptation or adaptation song adapted by Henry Mancini, Victor Victoria, original score John Williams, ET, The Extraterrestrial, foreign language film Bova A. Ampazar, film editing Gandhi, cinematography Gandhi, screenplay adaptation Missing, original screenplay Gandhi, director Richard Attenborough Gandhi, supporting actor Louis Gossett and Officer and Gentleman, supporting actress Jessica Lange Tootsie, actress Meryl Streep Sophie's Choice, actor Ben Kingsley Gandhi, and best picture of the year Gandhi. Whew.
There are mountains in our way, but we climb a step every day. Love lifts us up where we belong, where the eagles cry on a mountain high. Love lifts us up where we belong.
Diverse reactions.
I felt that the Academy Award program was done very nicely.
I thought it was really well done.
I thought it was pretty interesting. I think it was pretty exciting.
I thought the show was awful. I thought it was amateurish. I thought it was embarrassing. I thought it was boring.
I thought there was something terribly amateurish about it. The way it was written, the way it was directed.
This one turned out to be pretty good, I think.
I thought it was really good.
And I thought there was too much garbage thrown into the show. I thought it was long and very boring.
I have to say, I think it's worse every year. I enjoyed it very much, but I thought Tootsie should have won.
I'm English, and that Gandhi won was fabulous. 2 British movies in a row.
Gandhi, it's more of let's say like a legend, and I think that's what the Academy people looked for.
Best picture, I think E.T. should have made it.
I thought that E.T. really wasn't given sort of a fair shake. The best actor, well, that was a toss-up. I think they were all great.
Best actress, Meryl Streep, I was sure. I didn't like that one that much. I liked better Jessica Lange.
I think it was a little bit flawed in the mechanics itself, and the announcers had kind of flubbed up on most of the parts that they were supposed to do right. Christy McNichol was just awful. I'm sorry, Christy.
If you've seen all the Oscar contenders, here's a look at some new movies opening this summer. Return of the Jedi is expected to continue the success of the Star Wars series. Blue Thunder is a big helicopter action movie starring Roy Scheider and Malcolm McDowell. Al Pacino stars in a remake of Scarface, this time set in Miami. And 2 James Bonds will be battling for our bucks, Roger Moore in Octopussy and Sean Connery in Never Say Never Again. Not alone.
The Academy Awards passed over E.T. for Best Picture and Paul Newman as Best Actor. They're not the first surprise losers. Orson Welles' Citizen Kane, considered by many critics America's greatest picture, lost to How Green Was My Valley in 1941. High Noon, the riveting 1952 Gary Cooper Western, was defeated by The Greatest Show on Earth. The fine-tuned TV send-up network was knocked out of the winner's circle by Rocky. Not even nominated, the horror classic King Kong, even though the 1933 Academy Awards placed 10 films in competition. Among other movies, failing to win the Best Picture Oscar, Singin' in the Rain, The Maltese Falcon, Buster Keaton's The General, The Wizard of Oz, the stirring 1940 Depression drama The Grapes of Wrath, Frank Capra's Mr. Smith Goes to Washington, and Charlie Chaplin's Modern Times. In fact, the Academy never honored Chaplin as Best Actor or Judy Garland as Best Actress. Other Oscar-less actors, Marilyn Monroe, Montgomery Clift, Greta Garbo, Kirk Douglas, and even Cary Grant. And while Richard Burton, nominated 7 times, has never won, Elizabeth Taylor walked off with top honors in 1960 for Butterfield 8, but some say only because rumors swept Hollywood that Taylor was gravely ill. Up until this week, Lawrence of Arabia won the most Oscars ever given to a British film, 7 of them, including Best Picture. But Peter O'Toole lost to Gregory Peck, who was due the honor. Winners who'd be happier as losers, Patton's George C. Scott turned down the 1970 award. And Marlon Brando followed his example 2 years later for The Godfather. Recipients who decide they don't want the statuette, however, pledge never to sell it except back to the Academy. It might mean millions at the box office, but what does the Academy offer in return? $10. Scott Osborne for Entertainment Tonight.
There are special problems involved when transforming a man into a woman. And that is why Merle Norman asked me to develop my Tootsie line of cosmetics. Let me show you what Tootsie Cosmetics can do for the career-minded man. Here's a man who has sought my help in order to improve his career. Actor Eddie Murphy. Hello, Eddie. Eddie already has very feminine features. In fact, I see just a little bit of Scarlett O'Hara.
For the 55th Annual Academy Awards. Brought to you by Revlon. Revlon, the people who help make the world a little more beautiful. And GE. At GE, we bring good things to life. And the Coca-Cola Company and your local Coca-Cola bottler. For big refreshment, Coke is it. And Polaroid, makers of the unique light-mixing Sun cameras and 600 high-speed film. This is the plaza of the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion, where the public and the press cheer the arriving nominees and participants in this year's ceremonies. Including Walter Matthau, one of the 4 distinguished hosts on tonight's show. Superman himself, Mr. Christopher Reeve. Charles Durning, nominated as Best Supporting Actor. Margot Kidder, one of Hollywood's busiest actresses. Ben Kingsley, up for a Best Actor award for his role as Gandhi. Jamie Lee Curtis, among the loveliest of tonight's presenters. Robert Preston, Best Supporting Actor nominee for Victor Victoria. Steve Guttenberg, star of Diner, and also a presenter tonight, Sir Richard Attenborough, a candidate for Best Director. Heartthrob Tom Selleck and hilarious Carol Burnett each will play the role of presenter tonight. Jessica Lange, a nominee as both Best Actress and Best Supporting Actress. Young Matt Dillon, star of The Outsider. The beauteous Raquel Welch, who will grace our stage as a presenter tonight. Another of tonight's scheduled presenters, talented Eddie Murphy. Best Supporting Actress nominee Terry Garr. Mr. James Mason, nominated as Best Supporting Actor for The Verdict. Here's Leslie Ann Warren, nominated in the Best Supporting Actress category. Nominated as Best Supporting Actor, Louis Gossett Jr., and a presenter during tonight's festivities, Cher. You'll join these and others in the theater as the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences presents the 55th Annual Academy Awards. Orchestra, under the direction of composer-conductor Bill Conti. And now, here are Liza Minnelli, Dudley Moore, Richard Pryor, and Walter Matthau.
There are billions of stars in the galaxy, sparkling and twinkling away. And thousands of stars here in Hollywood who work in the movies each day. There are hundreds of stars in the hall tonight who've earned our respect and praise. But just a few we'll have when we're through. An Oscar to brighten their
And it all comes down to this. Hey! Yes, it all comes down to this. Get out of here.
After the scripting, the casting, the shooting, the cutting, the screening, the voting, the rooting, in this, a 55th year, the moment of truth is here.
There are thousands of craftsmen and women too, loaded with technical skills,
who all do their part for the state of the art. And
Of the 417 films they made, there was many a worthy try.
But you tonight will stand in the lights with that gold-plated forehead guy.
and it all comes down to this. Yes, it all comes down to this. After the posters, the press, the promotion, the pain and the panic, the love and devotion.
after the laughter, the tears, the elation that greets the announcement of one nomination in this 55th year.
The moment of truth is here.
And what about tonight? Now,
There were 2,000 tuxes and cummerbunds waiting for people to wear.
And 500 hairdressers flying around, blow drying everyone's hair.
There were 300 chauffeurs and limos too, lined up outside in the road. Wow.
all hoping their guys will win the big prize, so they'll drive miles to home where they go.
And it all comes down to this. Yes, it all comes down to this.
After the scripting, the casting, the shooting, the cutting, the screening, the voting, the rooting.
After the posters, the press, the promotion, the pain and the panic, the love and devotion. After the laughter, the tears, the elation, the treats, the announcement of one's nomination. After the trip, the arrival, the seating, the speeches prepared and the house loudly beating. The moment of truth, hey, the moment of truth, the moment of truth is
Ladies and gentlemen, the president of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, writer-producer Faye Kanan.